Sheryl Crow and A Change Would Do You Good. Always put together this programme so beautifully. So beautifully.
Let's say, none of it's thrown together.
No.
So much thought goes into all of it.
We got with us in the studio, we've got Marc Kent. Good morning, Marc.
Hi Ian, how you doing?
I'm not too bad, but I may have been slightly foolish. I saw on Facebook about 3 weeks back now that you're going to do a boot camp sort of Eat Smart programme, and I thought, I need to get lose a little bit, just a tiny bit. And so I said, look, I'll do this. And then somebody said to me, you do realise how hard it is. So what have I signed myself up for?
Basically, the 21-day challenge it's a nutrition program with exercise. So what you're going to do for the 21 days of this challenge is eliminate all toxic foods and foods that the body doesn't enjoy. So the things that are sat on the desk.
I know, I was just thinking, I need to move those custard donuts.
We said we'd get away with it before he comes in. He comes in early.
He came in early.
So, I mean, we talked about it about 2-3 weeks back, the fact that one of those toxins is caffeine. And I managed to kind of cut out the caffeine quite easily, although this morning, because we've been here, it's been a long, long night, I had a cup of coffee. But how will it change my body physically? Will I lose weight?
The thing with caffeine is not a lot of people realise is they drink it for energy, but it actually wears you out. Without getting too sciencey, caffeine is a neurostimulant, so it excites all the brain cells. They get tired because they've been overstimulated, and once they're tired, you end up craving sugary foods or you drink more coffee. So if you end up eating sugary foods, you're obviously going to be eating more calories or more food than you require, then you'll gain weight. So taking the caffeine away will actually not only clear your head and give you more energy because you're not wearing the brain cells out, but you're not going to eat as much food.
Okay, so you Eat Smart is an acronym. Is it an acronym? Is that the right word I'm using?
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
It's an acronym for eliminate all toxins, and that's all the toxic foods. So caffeine's a toxin to the body, so is alcohol and wheat and dairy and processed foods.
Now,
Goodness, there's a lot of things. I was just thinking, like, what does that leave you with?
Oh, there's a lot. There's about 220 plants species on the planet that we can eat, and most people only eat about 5 to 10. So their food supply is very limited. So
it probably sounds a lot worse than what it is, but it's not just about diet though as well, isn't it? It's about exercise, because that's probably one thing that I say I'm going to do and I don't.
I know you say this actually, Ian, obviously this is radio, but Ian has a look of fear in his eyes when he mentions about exercise.
Yeah, I mean, exercise is extremely important, but I always tell people you can't out-exercise a poor diet. And so if your diet's poor, you can do all the exercise in the world, but you're not really going to get the fat loss that you want. And if your internal system, so your endocrine system, your hormone system's not working properly, you won't be able to out-diet that either. So we get the hormones working right by taking away all the bad foods.
So it starts tomorrow for me.
Yes.
And it's 21 days, so it ties in perfectly with this restricted service licence. So what can I expect to achieve in the next 3 weeks? And because we're going to be following my progress with you over the next 3 weeks on breakfast.
You will expect to increase your energy by a massive amount. Like I say, once you take caffeine away and wheat and dairy, you will find that you've got loads more energy because you're not wearing the system down. Then when you add in the healthy food, so all the fruits and the vegetables and the healthy meats, your body will get the vitamins and the minerals it needs, so then it actually works properly again. And then adding the exercise on, it's kind of the icing of the cake. So the nutrition's the important part, but the icing of the cake is the exercise, which will accelerate your fat loss. So you could drop up to 15 pounds in the 21 days.
Goodness.
I'm
thinking, I should have signed up for that.
Well, we'll talk more in a moment. Some people who are really cruel. I've just had a text in to say, I'm off for a fry-up. Oh.
Rotter.
But you've been talking to Mark off air,
it's so interesting, all this.
So many different things you can do that we don't realise we can do to make ourselves feel better.
Oh, but, we were just talking about your weight, when you stand on the scales and you're like, and you try and get a bit healthier and everything, but you still weigh the same, or worse, more. Yeah. That's always the most demoralising thing. But Mark, tell everybody.
I was explaining that if you judge your weight by the scales, then you're always going to get upset because the scales only tell you how heavy something is under gravity. So it's like the ton of coal and the ton of feathers. It's exactly the same weight on the scale, but you get a different amount. And if you exercise while following the Eat Smart principles, you'll gain some muscle. Now, muscle takes up less space than fat, so you can actually weigh the same but be smaller in measurements.
So be more toned.
More toned is what people generally think about it.
Yeah.
So, but the increase in muscle will allow you to eat more food, so you don't have to
That sounds good.
You don't have to sort of starve yourself to lose weight.
I suppose the thing is, you're walking. Sorry, and I suppose when you're going around town and stuff, people don't know how much you weigh. They just know how you look, don't they?
Yeah. But just saying that, does it mean then you can possibly eat more regularly? Do you have to stick to 3 meals a day?
No, you basically, I encourage people to eat when they're hungry, with one caveat really, because a lot of people are dehydrated, and if you're dehydrated you will crave sugary foods, because the brain makes energy out of water, and if the brain's energy is down, it will need water to replenish that, but people mistake that for hunger. So if you find that you're hungry between meals, drink more water, and if you're still hungry after you've had a glass of water, then maybe you are hungry.
Okay. So, and you've said that as a guideline that you have to drink a litre of water for every 50 pounds, is that correct?
That's right.
So to start off with, I'm going to tell people it's going to work out that I have to drink 5 litres in the first week a day of water. So starting tomorrow.
It's quite a lot, but I reckon you can do it.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah. I mean, sometimes when you're thirsty in the summer, if you get a glass of, pint glass of water,
Yeah, you just down it.
You just down it.
Yeah,
so
you do.
it's a little bit more than that each day. Well, I've been told it's going to be hard, but at the same time, if you don't challenge yourself, you never achieve anything in life. Look at what we've achieved here at The Voice. We challenged ourselves, and we're here.
We're here, and we're on.
And we're doing it, and so on and so forth. Mark, thank you for coming in.
No worries.
We're going to be recording some of my sessions with you as I did the fitness on an evening.
What's that? You just go.
That's probably all it's going to be.
I'm too tired to talk. I can't say.
We'll follow the progress over the next 3 weeks. Thank you, Mark.
Brilliant, thank you.